Mao. 2 balls and a strike to count on Taylor. Reyes fires, swinging a drive, deep left field. It's his way back. Welcome on. Let's Taylor.
What's up, everybody? Well, happy Monday to you. My name is Jeff Spiegel. This is DodgerHeads presented by DodgerBlue.com. Joined today by Matt Moreno. Matt, a little bit of news. I don't know. I was going to say exciting, but I guess it depends on who you are. We get reports from Jon Heyman that Justin Verlander reportedly meeting with the Dodgers today. We know this is a name the Dodgers have been linked to. We can get into the numbers and all of that. I imagine you're not surprised by the report that the Dodgers are at least going to meet with him and kick the tires on this.
Yeah, not too much. I think, honestly, my surprise is that maybe it's taken this long, if you will. And I mean, it's not necessarily clear, but I think we can kind of deduce that this is possibly the first time the Dodgers and Verlander have sort of met. Of course, that doesn't rule out, potential conversations over the phone or Zoom or with his agent or whatever the case may be. But yeah, I mean, it's been definitely trending in this direction.
Yeah, Verlander going to be 40 years old in February. Is the reigning AL Cy Young Award winner, 6.1 wins above replacement last year. And it's sort of, when you look at his fan graphs or his ESPN career stats, whatever you might be, whatever your preference is on sites, it's kind of a mixed bag of both injuries and success. He made just one appearance in 2020. He missed all of 2021. But the flip side is, when this guy has pitched, he has never not been elite, it seems like. A WAR over 6.0, an expected ERA under 2.8 in 2018, 2019, and 2022. Again, both before and after the injuries in 2020 and 2021. The fastball velocity still healthy at 95.1, which was actually up from 2019, and it's his second highest mark since 2011. The strikeout rate, though, was down. So was the walk rate. Some good luck on home runs per fly ball. That was his lowest rate since 2010. So it's kind of a mixed bag. When you think about Verlander, the pitcher, and we can talk about the Astros stuff and the person here in just a moment, not to mention his contract demands, but the player, Verlander, going to turn 40 years old, and yet a remarkable amount of success, ability to maintain velocity. Do you like Verlander, the player, as a fit for the Dodgers?
It's tougher. I mean, I guess yes, but with the caveat of it depends what the contract is going to look like. And at his age, like you said, credit to him for still pitching well at his age. It's, a little unprecedented. Yeah. But if, the reports out there, like you alluded to, his contract demands, or the indications are he wants to be paid like Max Scherzer was last offseason. Now, if the Dodgers didn't do it for Max Scherzer, would they do it for Justin Verlander now? Like, I don't necessarily see that, and I personally wouldn't. If it was, maybe a 1 year and some sort of team option or player option for a second year, like, I think I could be convinced into that, because I think we can agree that the Dodgers do need starting pitching. I think, though, then if you want to take it a step further with Verlander is, again, when we're discussing the Dodgers, it very much, yes, you have to play the regular season, but it very much is about the playoffs for them.
Yeah.
And Verlander's career in the postseason is not great.
Yeah. So real quick on Scherzer. He's asked for a Scherzer deal. 3 years, 140 is what Scherzer got. It's worth pointing out that Scherzer's contract began his age 38 season. Verlander's would be beginning his age 40 season. So I would be shocked if he gets a 3-year deal at the type of AAV that he's looking for. I think 2 years is probably where this lands. I mean, look, I'm with you. I would love a 1-year deal with some sort of team option, incentives, that kind of thing. But I think this lands at a 2-year deal, and I actually do think the Dodgers are going to be interested. The difference to me between Scherzer and Verlander, I think, is the state of the Dodgers pitching staff at the time when these guys became free agents. I think last year, if you're the Dodgers, you're looking at Walker Buehler, and you're looking at Julio Urias, and you're looking at Clayton Kershaw, and you feel a lot better about that group. Today, you're looking at no Clayton Kershaw yet, although reports continue to still be out there that he's going to sign. You've got Julio Urias, but Buehler's out for the entire season. May and Gonsolin both have continued to have injury issues and concerns. You've got, maybe you're a year away from the Gavin Stone, Bobby Miller stuff coming. And so I do think there's this 1-year gap where there is a big need on starting pitching. Now, is Justin Verlander at 2 years at $80 million what you're going to go and do to solve that? I think that's a fair question, but I actually wouldn't feel bad about him in 2023 as far as performance and health. I know he's going to be 40, but he gave us no indication last season that he is on the decline. I mean, even when you look at his innings pitched, he threw 175 innings, which I believe would have led the Dodgers. And so there is some stability there that he brings to the rotation, which I think they need in the wake of Tyler Anderson departing. The last piece on Verlander, though, is the Astros piece. And I know this is a big topic of conversation depending on where you go. For some reason, in my mind, Verlander doesn't feel like a quote-unquote Astro in the same way that Altuve and Springer and Correa and Bregman do. Maybe it's because he's on the pitching side and not the hitting side. Maybe he wasn't quite as outspoken, although some have pointed out the hypocrisy of he was really against sticky stuff, and vocally outspoken about cheating, and then all of a sudden he comes to the Astros and becomes pretty quiet about sign stealing stuff. But I don't know. I wouldn't have as much moral gray area with him as I would a Carlos Correa type. But do you agree with that?
Yeah, I definitely agree. It certainly feels a lot different than, if the Dodgers were to sign Correa or any of the position players from that 2017 Astros team. And maybe it's a little bit hypocritical because, if he didn't necessarily say anything, like he was basically complicit with it type thing, right? And so it's still, I'm sure would rub some fans the wrong way, but I agree with you. Like definitely even the response when there have been, the reports of the Dodgers being interested has not been as hostile as or split maybe as some of the Correa stuff.
Yeah. In 2017, he came over midway through that season to the Astros. So worth pointing out there as well. Okay, let's end with a prediction here, Matt. Do the Dodgers sign Justin Verlander, yes or no?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. I'm torn on this one. I'm honest. I'm going to lean no because I think, at least, I think he's still going to hold out hope for the deal that he wants, the 3-year deal. I don't think the Dodgers are going to give it to him. I think there are other options out there for the Dodgers. But I have a sneaking suspicion that the 2-year deal fits more with the timeline than giving out like a 6 or 7-year deal. And so if you want an elite pitcher on a 2-year deal, I think Verlander is the market. I don't think there are other guys in there. And so if it's not Verlander, then I think it's going to be the Andrew Heaney's of the world is where they go back to. And so we'll see. I know I'm waffling there. Let me land the plane. I actually do think Verlander might end up a Dodger. I'll go 51% yes on Verlander, 49% no on that one. Let us know what you guys think in the comments below. Again, I'm sure this will be a lively debate below about whether or not Justin Verlander is good enough to justify a big contract, whether the Dodgers should give him a second year, and whether or not his time with the Astros disqualifies him in your mind for being a Dodger. That's Matt Moreno. My name is Jeff Spiegel. As always, thank you for joining us. Make sure you subscribe, ring the notification bell here. If you're a podcast person, check out Blue Wire Podcast. Search DodgerHeads wherever you get your podcast, Spotify, Apple, Google. And please follow, rate, review. We greatly appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your day. As always, go Dodgers.